no warm-up, no anything like that. We're just going straight in. Is this a good idea? Probably not. But given how yesterday's runs went, I'm likely going to bleed time anyway, and hopefully I'll warm up by mission 7. I always wonder if I should loot at the very start, and I'm never sure. My mic seems to be bugged again. Cool, I'll fix that in a sec. It's just much quieter than it should be. Music might be a little loud as well, so I might turn it down when we actually get to waiting for the dialogues.
Taylor, buongiorno.
Ripley, sappi che non ci vedo proprio niente di buono in questa giornata.
It's such a minor thing, but I need to get better at doing that 180. I've got my mouse sensitivity so high that it's just difficult to do it precisely. Cool, let's see if we can fix this.
Taylor è sveglia? Non è abituata ai lunghi viaggi.
Okay.
Di persona potrebbe averla turbata.
Non l'ho vista. Vado a vedere.
Hopefully that will be a bit more normal mic volume wise. I will try and readjust it again when we actually get to waiting at the end of mission 1.
Hai visto Samuel? Sarà sveglio da ora, immagino.
I don't know exactly where the limit is at where you can stand for Taylor's dialogue. I do need to learn it at some point. He walked backwards a little. Unfortunate. No good loot.
Spero abbiate fatto un buon viaggio.
Slightly late dialogue, not the worst.
Per essere di classe M, capitano.
We'll run with
Era un
it.
relitto quando
I'm not too fussed about mission 1.
20 anni e molto lavoro per sistemarla, ma ora ci sta ripagando bene. Ho sentito che ci stiamo avvicinando alla
Cool.
stazione
Hopefully my mic's a bit better now.
So che il tuo contatto è l'ufficiale
If ever it gets too loud, just shout and I'll turn it down a bit.
E organizzerò l'attracco con lui. Bene, diamoci da fare. Non preoccuparti.
But it now should be much better with respect to the music and the game audio.
SMG caricato e calibrato, vettore di avvicinamento individuato.
Prepara le comunicazioni, mi presento.
Canale aperto, capitano.
Avete i vostri documenti con le istruzioni?
Osservate l'avvicinamento sui monitor.
Not bad. No DLC glitch, which is lovely. I'm liking the music as well. It's the same stuff I always put on, but I like it. I need to figure out the optimal way of doing that. It's such a minor thing, but finding out where vents start to open is actually kind of important, because it changes the line you can take when you run. And what I mean by that is, you'll see where the crosshair aims. I'll aim right for that specific spot, because that means that as I'm going in a straight line, that's the fastest way to get to that specific point. Oh, I was a little slow there. That's okay.
Mi servirà.
Nice, that was optimal. Oh wait, yeah, that's fine. Injector, I did get it. Lovely.
Ehi, c'è nessuno.
It's very inconsistent trying to pick up that loot after you hop off the ladder. So I'm glad I got that. Ah, unfortunate. I think we got an extra flare there.
Cosa diavolo è successo? La Torres.
Sono qui, per lei.
Yeah, hopefully that was actually an extra flare, because we do need flares for this run. Oh, unfortunate. Ethanol is always good. Okay, that's a good thing to know. Oh. Thank you very much, Jasmine. That's greatly appreciated. Hello guys.
Questo dannato posto cade a pezzi.
Do appreciate it. Yeah, we are doing Novice no major glitches runs today. Hopefully, I'll actually be able to get a good run going. Same cat to you. Ah, nice. Yeah, I'm still fairly new to the cat, so. Oh, thank you very much. That's very kind. Yeah, I am hopefully going to push that lower, because my PB run was an adventure, I'll put it that way. I died 3 times and lost 2.5 minutes, so hopefully the eventual aim is to try and see if I can push as low as a 240, with the very eventual goal of being a 239. However, for now, given that the PB time is so close to a 242, that's my current goal. No CC Novice is 249 still. Everyone starts somewhere. I mean, my PB run was a 3 hours 20 at some point for no major glitches Novice, but with practice here and there, it can go down really fast. So my advice would just be practice those annoying sections, and you'll find that where you thought there wasn't any time save at all, there's actually just like a minute of time save. For me, that was mission 18. I've had like 4 or 5 golds back to back on mission 18. It's just ridiculous how much time there is. Had so many compromises. Yeah, learning where you can kind of save like a couple seconds by doing a risky strat is kind of important to know. I find in Novice NMG, one of the main things is there are times where you can save like maybe 5-10 seconds, but it's a massive amount of RNG for the run. So it's kind of like, do you want to take that? Do you not want to? And I mean, the very first one, which is a very notable trick, is the exit of mission 3. You can do the fast exit of mission 3, but if you fail it, well, it's just run over right there and then. So normally the way I do things is I'll do maybe 3 or 4 run attempts, just doing fast strats, and then if I'm just not getting runs going, I'll just go for safety strats. Fast M3, I've been getting a lot more consistent at fast M3, but it still gets me occasionally. NMG random practice or kitty isolation. God, kitty isolation is one I still haven't tried yet, but it seems insane. I will need to try it at some point, but that's just madness.
Che cosa voleva dire? Perché sei stato così aggressivo? Sono tutti terrorizzati. Ognuno lascia di fare.
Fortunately for us, Axel's actually been fairly speedy today, so hopefully we'll have a decent M2 time. Pressing the button at 41, yeah, solid for now. You can psycho run. Yeah, psycho running seems really, really useful. Though to be fair, quite a few people compare Novice NMG and Nightmare no CC, because psycho running actually has it actually creates quite a few of the same strats as Novice NMG. Nightmare NMG is a whole different kettle of fish though. I haven't tried that one yet. I will try it eventually, but I want to get a good time in Novice NMG first. And yeah, well, eventually I'm planning on trying different categories entirely. No CC is one I do want to have a look at too, because it looks really cool. Just being able to clip around and do some like cool stuff is, yeah, seems good. Gotta go sadly. Not to worry. So thank you very much for the raid. Thank you very much for coming and following. I do appreciate it. I hope you have a good day, man.
Quanto tempo? E se vengono a cercarci? Ti piantiamo una pallottola in testa. E ora smettila, mi stai innervosendo.
Dobbiamo dormire un po'.
Actually, 3 flares are lovely. Max on sensors, which is a bit unfortunate. Seems to be a curse of mine recently. I just always get maxed on sensors by this point, which I suppose isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it means I can't use the mouse wheel to loot boxes anymore. How long have I been running? So I first started running like a month and a half ago, and yeah, in terms of how many hours I put into speedrunning, I think I've only put in about 80 hours into speedrunning the game. So I've still got a long, long way to go. But yeah, I only do runs on weekends because, well, I've got work during the weeks. So my running days are normally maybe a short attempt on Friday, and then I'll do maybe 3 or 4 hours on the weekends. It depends on how I'm feeling though. Ah, you're on console. Fair enough. Yeah, I suppose console is harder for just like those really rapid, jerky movements that you might have to do at times. Yeah, Alien is it's just a really fun game to speedrun. I've really been enjoying it because I've speedrun a couple games in the past, but not many. But the reason I decided to actually just speedrun Alien was just I enjoyed the base game. Got double fins Thursday? Nice, well done. It's such a good feeling getting double fins. Double pins is always something that scares me, because even though it's fairly simple on keyboard and mouse, it's always something you can mess up. And on my PB run, I only barely got it. I thought I messed it up at the very end, but just managed to get it, which was fortunate. because my PB run was a complete disaster. I died twice in mission 15, which is a place you shouldn't really die. What's fast exit on M3? So fast exit on M3 is where, while all of the humans are shooting at Steve, you just run straight to the elevator and you pray that Steve decides to kill the humans and not target you, and you hope that you can hack the elevator and get in fast enough. There are a lot of different patterns. However, on Novice NMG, there's one which is a lot more common than the others, which is good because it's one of the patterns that can work. So the ideal pattern that you're looking for, or the usual pattern I look for, is Steve will charge into the elevator, killing a human, and then the human will run away from the elevator and away from you. I need to light a flare here. Still not super fast at hacking. Yeah, it takes a lot of practice. I'm still not brilliant at hacking. I've definitely improved a lot over the last month or so, but it really is just keep on doing it and you'll get there. Even if you get those hacks where it's like, damn, this is really fast, you'll get one like maybe 5-10 runs later which just puts it completely to shame, which is always a good place to be actually, because it means you're constantly improving. I couldn't tell if that was scrap or a blasting cap, and I hope it was a blasting cap. I am cursed with just not getting blasting caps. Come on, Axel. Oh, I didn't buffer my movement.
Ok,
Yeah, so seeing as this run's actually going kinda good at the moment, we will likely be able to at least see the mission 3 exit, which is lovely. No scrap on Nightmare. God, yeah, I remember playing through on Nightmare casually, and I essentially just did it with almost no items. It's just like, you get so little of anything. Hopefully Axel's fast here. Yes, he is. Lovely. Axel can stand still, and you can just psycho hop through him, which is quite nice. Psycho hopping, for reference, is sprinting and spamming crouch. I'm not going to do it here because that'll just get me killed.
devo proseguire.
Novice NMG and then try Nightmare afterwards. Yeah, that's how I'm doing things as well. Because Nightmare NMG, it's a lot more punishing than Novice. Mostly because Steve and the humans are much more responsive. Yes, I am. My name on the Alien Discord is just James. But yeah, on Novice it's quite nice because you get a lot more runs that actually go through, and it's you don't just have runs where it's like, the humans are in a bad formation, my run is over. You can always kind of recover, even if it's a really sketchy recovery. Decent loot, no blasting cap, that's okay. Yeah, for example in mission 3, where we normally just run through the humans, in my PB run, I forgot to use my flashlight to make them just hold up a little. So, instead of the humans just instantly killing me, what happened was I just killed the humans. And if that was a Nightmare, your run would just instantaneously be over. You get shot, you die. But I was able to take a shot and then still keep on going. So you'll get a lot more of those runs, especially when, in Novice, Steve charging you isn't the worst. I mean, it loses time, but you're not just straight up dead, as you are in Nightmare. So Novice is a lot more forgiving, but at the same time the RNG can be much, much worse, because sometimes Steve or the humans literally just won't hear you. Please no shoot. Thank you very much. Yeah, the flashlight to hold them back it's a fairly good strat, honestly, and fairly consistent too.
Sintonizzatore per l'accesso.
Because we got zapped in mission 2,
L'ascensore.
a shot from Heidi there would have been pretty bad,
Devo solo trovare una nuova cellula dati.
but fortunately we're actually all good.
Forse ero visto
So we interrupt the dialogue, which is good.
una luce, era una luce.
They'll come around the corner,
Ho visto qualcosa
we can
muoversi.
hug them,
Laggiù.
no punch, which means we're going to take a shot or two. That's fine, one is absolutely fine.
Ti è andata di sotto. Forza.
No, non ci vengo laggiù.
Cool. Reasonable time on the revolver. I like to take mental notes of like what time I should be at certain things on these very minimalistic, very minimal RNG levels. Do I grab that box? Yes.
Oddio. La scatola nera.
Yeah, I find it good just to like benchmark, because especially if I'm just doing the same thing over and over and there's no RNG, it's useful just to know, okay, I'm on a good pace. I'm not messing things up. So my benchmark on mission 3, for example, is I like to interact with the terminal where you get the Steve cutscene at 3 minutes and 20,
Resta concentrato.
and then that's a reasonable pace. Oh, would help if I could actually press that button. Mission 3 and Mission 2 are the ones where I mostly have like those mental notes. And that's just because after that it's a lot more RNG heavy. Right. Ah, no splits for console. Yeah, that's a good point, because you don't get the auto splitter. The auto splitter is so nice to have. Yeah, it is just a bit of a pain. Even picking it up on a capture card, you'd still have to do the splits manually, so it's just a bit frustrating. I didn't even look at what the time was when I hit that. I'm just hoping it's okay. I think it was like a 3:22 or so. I had a little bit of bad luck with the hacks just because it was all the way in top right, top left, all over the space really. Hacks are still definitely where I'm losing like 30 seconds of my run. So once I get better with those, I should just get some gradual time save. Right, mission 3 exit. Let's hope that this is good. If I get a pattern I've never seen, I'm going to chicken out and do safety strats. But if it's the usual pattern, which I should be able to recognize pretty quickly, then I'll just go for fast M3 strat. Right, focus time. Usual pattern, cool. So we just delay running here. Now we run in. Find that. That was good. Steve's gone for a slow kill on the second human. Yeah, I didn't even see Steve there. Nice, very smooth. Yeah, so that's a very nice time save compared to my PB. See if we can get the buffer. That should be it. Nice. Yeah, so you can start running while the screen's still loading in there, which is quite nice. It's a bit weird to try and get the timing, but it's not too bad once you actually know roughly what the loading times are.
Devo raggiungere l'area comunicazione urgente.
I need to eventually get an SSD, because an SSD does speed a bunch of things up. I'm gonna loot this box too. Nice.
È un rilevatore. È stato modificato.
Yeah, the game's really weird with what you can and can't buffer. Let's do some quick looting.
No, va tutto bene.
Nice, he's actually run through the door. Yeah, for example, the generators and the maintenance jack power things, I can never remember their name. You can't buffer anything. Fast walk half the time, damn, that's pretty good actually. I get fast walk much less than that. Oh, that's evil. Fun fact, I actually PB'd because of fast walk in my previous run. I ended mission 18 at plus 2.4 seconds, and then fast walk carried me over.
Fammi passare. Sono io, Hugh. Non mi riconosci?
I made a deal with Twitchy as well on that run, where, because at the end of mission 15 I was plus like 1 minute 10 or something, 1 minute 15, and I said I'm just going to do YOLO strats, and Twitchy said, I'll give you a bet, I'll delete your previous run and just give whatever you do for this one. I was like, yeah, sure. Unfortunately, I PB'd. Yeah, just everything went right in mission 16, 17, 18. Actually, that's a lie, mission 17 was spooky. Mission 17 is one of my least favourite to speedrun. It does a phenomenal job of just being terrifying. But if Steve wants to end your run, he can just end your run and there's nothing you can do about it, which is always scary.
Andiamo.
Yeah, completely agree. The only one that gets me on top of those is Lorenz in mission 10. That stairwell is just a nightmare for me. Because I do the double flare flashbang strat, but I swear it only works like 1 in 3 times. My luck with it's just awful. Gemini is just horrific though. There's so much that can go wrong. Mission 14 can also be spooky. The nest is pretty consistent on Novice, but it's just, there's always that threat of like, what if things just go off cycle and you just get screwed over? Right, let's just focus on the exit. Yeah, usually just run it. Yeah, that's what I do too. There's not a whole lot you can do other than that. Yeah, learning to exploit this kind of scripted motions is very spooky. But once you actually get the hang of it and learn exactly what you can and can't do, it's fairly consistent. I found a weird strat that you can do, which hopefully I'll be able to show off later. But just after you've done the kind of, I don't know what to call it, the safe tunnel, where you've got that generator in a room with no vents, there's a scripted alien that walks in front of where you're meant to exit the vent. You can flame that alien while you're still in the vent. You've got to flame it like 3 or 4 times, because otherwise it'll just stand still and kill you immediately when you exit the vent. But if you manage to do that, you can run most of the way to the table, crouch hop, you'll have an alien drop, run just by the table, but not in line of sight of you. And then you can flame that and do the rest of M14 running. It's so spooky, but it is fairly consistent. So I will hopefully be trying that. But that's the only real strat I've come up with. Most of the other strats I just nick off other better speedrunners. People like Karak, Stray, Shiroko, I just nick their strats for the most part. Come on, Steve. Nice. This has been a pretty solid, like, mission 1 through 4, actually. Yeah, exactly. Most people have already figured out extremely good strats. The only thing I'm trying to figure out is just, like, strats that might lose you a little bit of time, like maybe a couple seconds, but are just more consistent or safer. Because a lot of these strats are really, really spooky. But I'm trying to figure out, can you lose like 2-3 seconds and just have it be really safe and just have like a super consistent run? Oh, we lost a bit of time on there. I didn't even know where I lost the time. I think it's just sloppy movement. It's not consistent, yeah. Yeah, there's just a lot of inconsistency with the game in general, which is a bit frustrating. Cool, let's actually just make a medkit while I'm here. Doors are so slow, yeah. They're pretty slow on hard drive as well. That is actually a big time save on PC. If you just have an SSD, the doors are much faster. So over the course of the run, I'm probably losing like over a minute just because I'm running on an SSD, which is insane. Sorry, I'm running on a hard drive rather than an SSD. But at the moment, I just don't have the money for one. Yeah, it's just because doors really are slow. I imagine on console you might be losing over even more than that. Just because I might be wrong, but I believe doors act as semi-loading zones. Yeah, it is just a lot of time. And even though it's very small for individual doors, it's the sort of thing which just adds up over the course of the run because there are so many doors that you go through. And yeah, even if you're only losing like, let's say half a second, a third of a second per door, just with all the doors, it does add up. Another thing that you probably won't be able to take full advantage of on console is the frame rate, because having a high frame rate actually just speeds up certain things in the game. Mission 1's a pretty good example, actually. I think someone did a test of running at like 30 FPS, 60 FPS, 100 and something FPS, and then 275. And I want to say 275 was like a full 10 seconds faster, which is crazy. I sometimes get weird FPS bugs where my FPS just drops to like 15 or 20 for like 10-20 seconds, and that will actually cost me like at least 10 seconds. Yeah, that's true, you don't have a way to cheese it with just scrolling your mouse wheel. Yeah, so it's just a lot of like small things which do add up over time. Especially as the run's so long. I mean, yeah, there are, what, a good dozen generators or so. Probably a lot more than just a dozen. But it definitely adds up over time. So, if ever you do plan on moving over to PC to do runs, you'll probably save a crazy amount of time. Right, I need to remember, pick up the damn pipe bomb. I've forgotten the pipe bomb here far too many times. I've almost PB'd without the pipe bomb before, which is embarrassing. Yeah, no, I do get that. I desperately need to upgrade my CPU on my PC, because I max out my CPU pretty regularly playing Alien, even on the lowest settings, especially when streaming. So I would actually save a small amount of time if I didn't stream, but I'm not that fast at the moment. Now we need to see, do we have... we don't have enough blasting caps. I am actually going to sort that out now though, because even though it's potentially some time loss, it can be useful to just have that done. Let's see where Coleman is. Cool, no lost time. Oh, speak.
Ecco,
There we go.
raccolgo le
I
mie
heard that
cose e
beep
poi
and I
potremo
wasn't
andare.
sure if that was actually the port or not. So we are losing a second or two there. Okay, yeah, we'll lose a bit of time, but that's okay. I was just slow there. CPU and GPU are old. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, I didn't believe. I didn't think I had the buffer, but I did actually have the buffer there. So, mission 6, I'm going to try and do a fast strat here. It should be consistent, but I've only gotten it a couple times. There's a blasting cap there, which is amazing. One, two. Loot that. Bit slow on that door, but that's fine. Is Steve around? Yes. Ah, he was above the door. Perfect. So we want to light a flare here. Throw it all the way in. And then drop a flare there and activate this. So the aim is to get Steve to drop and have him look at those flares.
Samuels, c'è una certa Lingard.
We don't need
ufficiale
to
Novice.
loot that now.
Devo scoprire dove tengono tutto nel suo ufficio.
So I'm going to go slightly in, shoot, climb. Now we need to listen carefully for when he drops. Perfect. That's exactly when I want him to drop. And we can hear him running over to the flares. Now we drop. I didn't get the animation cancel. Listen. That beep was a bit early. We might just be dead here. My music's way too loud.
Samuels, sto arrivando.
I thought I turned it down earlier, but maybe it just didn't.
Inferno, Samuels.
Humans are in a bad place, but that's okay.
I medicinali.
Oh, maybe they're okay. Okay. Seems like we're good. It's driving the mouse wheel too fast. Weirdly enough, if you scroll the mouse wheel too fast, then it just drops all the mouse inputs. And it just says like, nope, not dealing with that. So you need to scroll at the right speed, which is a lot slower than it feels natural. Yeah, it's just a weird thing to kind of learn the threshold of. Now, we want to make the pipe bomb here. It's kind of a waste to use a medkit there, but I'm going to use one anyway. Just because it's ever so slightly safer in Mission 7. Human's in a bad position, but that's fine. Injector we always want. That human might be a problem. No, we're good. Novice humans. This guy will notice us, but fortunately he opened the door for us, which is time save. Sensor we don't need. We could always do a good old noise warning. Is it quicker to run this way around rather than just going straight around? Not particularly, honestly. It's pretty much the same, honestly. If the door is opened by a human at the very end, then that's faster to run through. But otherwise, it's pretty much the same. I mostly just run back through the way we came because it's safer. Because you'll always outrun Steve. As long as you actually like start at the door and run immediately. On PC at least. I don't know if the load times for doors on console might mess it up. But for me it's guaranteed safe and I can just run under all the vents. I don't even need to think past that first vent. Okay, health's fine here. Fun facts, even if you run into that cutscene with no health, like even if it's actually just the tiniest slither, the game gives you about 40% of your health as scripted HP. So it can be beneficial just to not heal up until that point. Especially as the damage at the very end is scaled based on the amount of health you have. So if you have full health going into it, you'll take a lot of damage at the very end when you get to the top. However, if you've got very little health, you'll take almost no damage. The only reason I healed before, rather than healing like just after, is because there's not really a good time to heal. So I'm okay with, rather than getting more value out of a medkit, just being at slightly less health, because screw mission 7. Right, fingers crossed we actually get a good mission 7. I've had bad mission 7s like 4 times in a row. Only losing a second there, I'm actually very, very okay with that, because I got a gold on my PB. We've had a fairly nice distribution of loot as well. I should reload this realistically. I could hear Steve knocking around. So Steve does have a chance of just dropping and completely messing you up. Jeremy's in a good position.
Che diavolo è stato? Ho visto qualcosa. Cosa si muoveva? Laggiù!
Right. We're just going for YOLO strats here. I haven't heard Steve. Hopefully this is all good then. I hope he is. I really hope he is. Let's listen for the beeps. Only one beep. Okay, Steve is Stompy. Okay, cool. Please be kind, Steve. I am going to pick up this spare blasting cap. Oh goodness, that jump scared the hell out of me. That's really bad. Go up. This is actually beneficial for us. So the reason this is beneficial is because we're going to save reload. And this gives us slightly more time before Steve drops. So whenever you hit Steve with any sort of either explosive or flame, he chooses a vent to go up, and he'll run to that vent. It just so happened that rather than choosing the vent he was right next to, he just wanted to choose the vent that was quite far away. So, weirdly it worked in our favour, because if he goes up that vent immediately, he can just drop right in that centre before you have a chance to save. And fairly obviously that's just run over, because you've already used your pipe bomb. Yeah, exactly. He can just drop really, really fast. Inject we don't need. Oh, that's the wrong button to take my finger off. But, even with that being a bit weird, we're only losing maybe 10 seconds compared to a very near optimal Mission 7, so I am very happy there. It can be really beneficial to save there if you know Steve's about to drop. Because if you save reload while Steve is chasing you, then it despawns Steve. Where is it? Yeah, I'm very happy with that. Yeah, I was worried about Steve dropping, just dropping quickly again, because if I'd gone and put the compression cylinder in and Steve dropped immediately, I was guaranteed dead. Nothing you can do. However, if you save and Steve drops, you will barely get the save in time before Steve kills you. So even though it is a time loss, it's one of those small things where I'll take a 7-second time loss over losing a run. Especially when that Mission 7 was a little weird near the end. Funnily enough though, if the human hadn't have started shooting at us, Steve could have just dropped right on our head, and probably would have actually, because he was in that vent regardless. But the gunshot noise actually dragged him down, so we kind of got fortunate. Ah, damn, my tea's gone cold.
Qualcuno l'ha staccato.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world though. I've got water as well. So, I know it's not optimal, but I use the stun baton here. Long animation, good. Zap, because that's instant. 4 hits. That way we just don't have to worry about getting grabbed. And now on the way out, we can loot the human to get some extra bullets. Ah, damn, I don't think I got it. Because the Joe and the human were like right on top of each other, I tried to like finesse the human, but I don't think I got it at all. Yeah, it's mostly because there's nowhere else you really use the stun baton. I mean, it's optimal to use one in Mission 17, technically, to kill the human. But you can just use the shotgun, because Steve doesn't immediately appear there. Okay, cool. There's a chance we might actually save a second or two here.
Saliteci, ho avuto dei problemi e ci metterò un po' a tornare.
Ti aspettiamo.
Taylor non può, salirò sulla prossima.
Come vuoi.
And then we've got good old Mission 9. Everyone's favourite. Which I'm annoyingly definitely going to lose time on as well. Do I want more bullets? Yes, I need more bullets actually. You need at least 3. Yeah, I got a 10-minute, 54-second Mission 9, which is nuts on my PB. So I'm not expecting to match that. Come on. Do your normal human things. Not that I know. It's just a slow mission. Also, novice humans. Right around the corner, aren't you? I'm not going to risk that. Yeah, mission 9 is just slow, unfortunately. And I'm not going to miss the doors this time. Ouch. That's fine. One shot's absolutely fine there. But yeah, the only thing that can really be done is just good pathing. Making sure that you're just walking along the optimal lines. And then praying that Heist doesn't just decide to walk off into the middle of nowhere. Also, the reason I'm looking up at the top of the tram here is just to increase the frame rate. Because the frame rate when you're looking straight up, for me, is about 230. When I'm looking dead ahead, it's 130. I don't realistically think it saves any time, but in the case that my PC just decides, you've got low frame rate now, it does actually save some time then. Or more prevent the loss of time. Yeah, for some reason I didn't think it would be that big of a difference. And I don't know if it actually speeds up the trams at all. But I do it just for a mental thing more than anything else. Especially when you've not got anything else to do, you might as well, honestly. Blasting cap, you legend.
Ok,
Maxed on blasting caps, which means we get 3 flashbangs.
dov'è Riccardo?
Prepara la prossima mossa. Senti, ho da fare. Ho Marlow in cielo.
So that's all the flashbangs we need.
Dov'è lei?
T-Flares is a little less than I'd like, but we have a chance to get more. Medkit, we should make one. There we go.
Marco?
And this is where I take my first toilet break, so I will
Mi
be
chiamo
back in about a
Rita,
minute.
sono con la compagnia.
E sei qui per quella scatola vuota. Siete proprio astuti, devo dirlo.
Sono qui per motivi personali. Mia madre era sul Nostromo quando è sparito 15 anni fa.
Davvero? Cazzo. Beh. Cazzo. Non abbiamo trovato la sua nave, Ripley. Solo la scatola nera.
Ma sono certa che abbiate trovato dell'altro. Che è successo là fuori?
Devo andarmene da qui, Ripley. Magari possiamo accordarci.
Intanto parla. Voglio sapere tutto.
Cool, I'm back. Look at that, time save.
Dicevi, Luis?
That's pretty good, actually. I'm happy with 3 seconds there.
Qualcosa di intero, Foster.
So, let's line this up.
Ok, piantatela. Concentratevi sul motivo per cui siamo qui.
Cool.
Non voglio errori.
So let's just hope there's good RNG here. Unfortunately, this is one of the places in the run where you can just lose a lot of time to RNG, which really sucks. You can lose up to like 15 seconds. It's not unusual to just have Heist completely do his own thing, and then you're just like, well, would have been lovely if I actually saved some time. Yeah, it really is a lot more than I initially thought it was. Also, fun fact, if you don't take out your motion tracker in Mission 4, there's a chance of having a bug here where you can't take out your motion tracker, and it stays like that for the rest of the game. Like, even in Mission 10 and onwards, you just completely lose your motion tracker. And that was a bug that actually cursed me for like a very long time, because I couldn't figure out what on earth was causing it until Carax popped in and was like, hey, yeah, you know that this is what's causing it. I was like, oh my god. Because I tend to use the motion tracker a fair bit. Because even though you can't sprint while you're using it, there are places where it's really useful just to know if Steve's right above you or not.
C'è un punto debole. Aspettate qui, mi serve una mano. Heist, qui, aiutami a
Heist,
salire.
where are you? That's not awful RNG. So Heist can be quite a bit further back, but he was okay there. There's normally one other person, and they're still not here, so Heist can be where that person was, or is, and it just takes ages for him to get there. But yeah, most of Mission 9 is just kind of knowing where to walk. It is unfortunately slow. I like to set a bit of a benchmark for the mid-section, because most of the RNG is in this first section, because you've got 2 heist lifting spots. And so I like to be somewhere around about the 4 minutes 45 second time, if I can. But sometimes the game just says, nope, and slaps 5 minutes on you. The fastest I've ever had this first section is a 4:41. And that's just really good RNG where Heist somehow is right on your tail. Gotta love RNG indeed.
Ho trovato una fessura nella roccia, state pronti, la farò esplodere.
Nice. So far though, it's been an okay Mission 9. This can be a really big chunk of RNG. This one's often worse than the first one.
Andiamo. Seguitemi. Heist, qui, aiutami a salire.
Okay, where are you? Are you all the way at the back, or are you the second? Oh, he's all the way at the back. Damn. And I'm going to move to the side to hope that he doesn't... Sometimes he'll go diagonally and then go to his position, which just costs you another 2 or 3 seconds. But he actually got here from where he was reasonably quickly. So let's see if we can catch the fade out time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's cool. 4:45. That's absolutely fine. My movement must have just been pretty clean for once. Because that was definitely not perfect RNG at all. It's still a reasonable time. Fortunately in this section there's almost no RNG. There's a tiny bit, which I believe accounts for maybe 2 seconds at most. But this is mostly just making sure that you're walking in the right direction and hugging the right corners. That's another advantage of PC, to be honest. You get the nice little crosshair in the middle, which installing a crosshair was one of the biggest game changers for me, because it means you can properly just point and say, like, I want to go there. You have a tiny dot, nice, yeah. It makes such a difference. Oh my god. Yeah, it really is, especially as, like, when the camera's just, like, bobbing up and down, sometimes it's like, you really, especially if you're going, like, a long way, it's hard to know. Cheers, Wildfire, do appreciate it. Yeah, we're actually on a decent run this time, so fingers crossed Mission 10's kind. And then if we get, well, even if we get a semi-reasonable Mission 10, we're on with a very, very good chance of PBing.
Attenti a quello che toccate.
Yeah, so far,
Niente di danneggiato.
the run's been pretty kind, actually. We've had some blasting caps. We had a bit of a curious Mission 7, but we didn't die in it. You can't really ask for much more.
Basta. Stiamo perdendo tempo. Diamo un'occhiata.
È una forma di vita.
Era una forma di vita, ora è di
So
nostra
fingers
proprietà.
crossed
Diritti di
we get
recupero.
good Mission 10 RNG,
Prima di qualcun altro.
and preferably an extra flare.
Per una cosa così grossa.
E allora prendiamo quello che possiamo.
Because unlike my last
Date
run,
un'occhiata, vediamo che altro c'è.
I do actually have 2 flares at this point.
Tracce.
Tracce.
So
Sembra che abbiano
I'm
tracciato
hoping
qualcosa. Ma c'è dell'altro.
that Steve will behave.
Non ti piacerà.
Che cos'è?
Le tracce portano qui.
But yeah, if we actually manage to get past Mission 10, this run will go until at least Mission 14,
Sono atterrati qui.
which would be lovely.
Cazzo.
Se sono arrivati qui prima di noi, perché questo posto non è stato registrato?
Beh, se sono ancora vivi, diritti di recupero addio.
Scopriamolo. Troverò il segnale e lo spegnerò.
Honestly, as long as we have a death that's not catastrophic,
Foster, Heist.
I'll probably see this run through to the end. Where are you? Ah, he walked away. Damn. Slightly unfortunate.
Questo cos'è? Non ho mai visto niente del genere.
Non è un male, secondo me.
Yeah, so Foster can walk towards you or away from you. Because they... Not Foster. Whichever one that is. I can never remember. But the human there can walk towards you, away from you, or just kind of slightly horizontal. Or they can just stay still. But depending on what they do, can either save you a small amount of time or lose you a small amount of time. Nothing major, but
Mix, ho trovato il segnale.
enough to be
Controllo.
a little frustrating RNG-wise.
Non so cosa sia successo, credo che il segnale si sia interrotto.
Marco, vieni a vedere. È incredibile.
Sto arrivando.
Yeah, I'm just really hoping Mission 10 is kind. Because, yeah, Mission 10 is not nice. Wait, I've just realised it's only just gone an hour. Damn. That's not bad.
Sto posto è una sorpresa continua. Legati bene.
Wow, with a good run, I think I can get on the winch in just about under an hour. That'd be crazy. Might need to widen that timer. Oh, it's cutting off slightly for you. Right, let me fix that. There you go. Is that better? Nice, thanks for that. Yeah, I've completely changed everything layout-wise on my screen, so it's all just kind of like figuring out what's what's gone wrong and what needs to be fixed. Okay, yeah, losing a fair bit of time here, but that's honestly kind of normal. Let's move that slightly over. Yeah, but that's 11 minutes too, that's fine.
Se riusciamo a
Funny
riattivare le
agent,
comunicazioni,
cool.
quali sono i codici per portarla qui in automatico?
Se vuoi sapere il resto, fammi un
Now we get to do a good bit of speedy looting.
così, allora sai dove trovarmi.
Andiamo col piano B.
Qualunque cosa sia, ci sono anch'io.
Ok, da questa parte c'è qualcosa che potrà servirti.
Nice.
È un animale. Gli animali hanno paura del fuoco.
Spero sia così.
Oh,
Ho un
yeah,
piano per
let's just like.
intrappolare. Prendi una navetta e raggiungi
Come
Riccardo
on, can I
nella
actually have
torre
that
Sismica.
sensor?
Ti coordinerò da qui.
Ah, no flare. Still 2 flares. Good amount of flamethrower fuel though.
Ripley, ci sei?
Sì,
Riccardo è davanti a te. Ho mandato Samuels alla sala preparazione androidi. Appena quella cosa sarà morta, farò in modo di farlo accedere ad Apollo e disattivare l'isolamento.
Nice.
e Samuels è d'accordo?
Ha detto che voleva
I'm going to do the
aiutarci,
same
non so da che parte
looting route as
cominciare.
last
Poi è
time,
un sintetico, è più
because I think it's
facile
slightly
per
better.
lui entrare lì.
Infatti,
Senti, Ripley, siamo gli unici
And
in grado
I'm
di
really
salvare
hoping we get a
Sebastopol
flare.
dal disastro imminente.
il disastro imminente è già successo, Waits. Ora possiamo solo ammazzare quel mostro.
Maxed on ethanol, maxed on compound. I need to think, is there anything we actually want to make? Blasting cap's always good. Another blasting cap is awesome. I don't think I need a... Pipe bombs are always nice to have. Okay, time for the scary bit. We only have 2 flares to work with, which is going to make things a lot harder than I would like. Damn, okay. Steve is behaving, which is good. Sometimes he can start moving way earlier than he's meant to. Listen for the beat. There's the beat.
Sono nella torre Sistek.
Ripley, occhi aperti, sto rilevando molti sistemi danneggiati in quell'area.
Cool. I heard the drop.
Quel mostro è qui.
Sentito? Andiamo.
Waits, quella bestia, come facciamo a chiuderla dentro?
La torre è in grado di processare composti di alto
I should have turned off my music for this. Oh well.
sistemi di prevenzione.
Remember, only 1 flare here.
La torre può essere sigillata
Put there. I need 1 other flare for KG. Welcome back. Just in time for easily the worst bit in quite a while.
Portelli di sicurezza intorno alla tromba delle scale. Poi il deposito scorte, l'accesso per la manutenzione e la reception del server centrale.
I'm hoping that
Fai
works.
rapporto man mano.
I thought I heard Steve stomping.
Accesso manutenzione.
I did. Okay, so that didn't work at all. Which sucks. This is now really bad. Are you gonna drop? I should have gone for it immediately.
Deposito scorte chiuso.
I actually want him to drop. That is a risky strat that I've just gone for.
Waits, mi metti in comunicazione con Ripley.
It is unfortunately a lot of time loss,
Ripley, c'è un comando
but it should keep us alive.
con cui avviare l'isolamento di emergenza. È nel terminale dietro la scrivania della reception.
Riccardo, reception del server centrale chiusa.
Bel lavoro. Ora vieni verso la sala server. Fai piano.
Where was that drop?
Devi solo attivarlo da lì e uscire.
He's in front. I have to delay here, I think. Okay. Very, very spooky. But we are alive. Definitely not the sort of time I want in this place, but the run hasn't ended, which is more than I can ask for, because we should have been dead there. So, we now need to kind of pay attention. I don't want to use that. Ah, come on, craft. Now we need to watch for the working Joes, because if they body block us here, it's game over. Okay, I think we're good. This is a scripted drop. You go straight up. Yeah, you can have a working Joe walk right there, and it's game over. The exit here is something that gets me very, very frequently. I'm tempted to safety save, actually. We need another noisemaker. We got an extra flare, which is great. We need that, that. Bind that. Make that. We need to get moving. Do I safety save? Okay, no. I'm just gonna pray it's okay. There's Steve. That's the advent. This might be bad. Please shoot me. Okay, that's fine. That was a very clean exit for some reason. The reason I want the humans to shoot me there is because that creates a noise for Steve to go after. If they don't shoot you, sometimes Steve will literally just blindside them. And he will run straight past them and kill you. And it's very scary. So if Steve drops there, if the humans haven't shot at you, you have to turn around. Because otherwise, there's a chance that Steve just goes straight for you. Right, scary part number 2. Let's hope that this Gemini goes well.
Ok, basta parlare, Novice.
Don't just drop on me for some reason. He has done this in the past.
Avamposto del progresso, posso aiutarlo.
Dove sono gli interruttori Waze?
I'm going to focus up here because this can go badly very quickly. No early drop, please. Cool, so that's consistent, as long as he doesn't early drop. Nice, didn't trigger that. He should drop soon. Drop behind. No slam, very nice. He's gonna drop. Where is he? he very weirdly went right above that vent, but then just didn't drop from it. He's dropped. Risky strat. Where is he? I unfortunately cannot risk that. I missed. Oh, I didn't miss. That was a very generous hitbox. Open, please. Thank you. He's gonna drop.
Ok,
Ora cerca un posto chiamato Progetto KC348. Fammi sapere quando sei lì.
Please don't drop here. Please don't drop here. Oh, he just dropped there. Usually pipe bomb is safer. I like to save pipe bombs for mission 14 because mission 14 can get ugly.
Waze, ce l'ho fatta.
Mi segui ancora?
Penso di sì.
Ho un piano, va al laboratorio.
We've got 2 flares here, which is such a blessing.
Waze, ci sono.
Il laboratorio si può separare dalla stazione principale, riattiva la corrente.
That went deep, nice. Now fingers crossed he actually takes that and doesn't kill me like he did yesterday. That's an early beep. I'm not sure if that's good.
Fatto! Vedo un picco di tensione. Ora ricollega i sistemi del laboratorio a Sevastopol dal terminale nel laboratorio centrale. Contiamo su di te.
That's a beep and I don't like it.
Mi dispiace, Lady.
Okay. I am actually going to just completely turn off my music briefly. Because this... If there's one time I need to hear a beep, this is it. This is the most important motion tracker beep of the run. That's a drop. Ah, damn, had to slam. That's okay. Yeah, so you need to hear that early drop, if he does, because there's not enough time to press the button. Slam wastes some time, which sucks, but I would much rather get slammed and actually be alive here. Where is he? There, that's fine. Up vent. I don't like you at all then. Nice, we are losing a bunch of time because My PBM10 was great. And that one was a bit weird in places. Well, the Lorenz was weird. But honestly, even if we lose 20 seconds, I am fine with that. We have a run. Nice! Let's go. Oh. Yep, we're still very comfortably ahead. We're very comfortably ahead, and I have 70 seconds of time save in Mission 15. Whew, okay. Now we just have to close it out. I say close it out, we're not even halfway in the run. There's a lot to do still. But Mission 10 out of the way is a huge, huge relief. Thank God for that.
Non avevo scelta, nessuna scelta. Hai visto quella cosa? Hai visto cosa può fare? Dovevo allontanarla dalla stazione con ogni mezzo necessario.
Nice flamethrower fuel.
Sì, usando me come esca.
I think we're good for flamethrower fuel for the run though, so that's quite nice.
E ha funzionato, Ripley, ha proprio funzionato. Ci sono riuscito.
How many?
L'ho
5
esposto
revolver bullets.
sul girato
Damn,
da
that's
solo.
lovely.
La
Okay,
stazione è salva.
we're in a fantastic position here. 1 beat? 2 Js. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Oh my god. You had to do that. That's fine. Fortunately, we got very short animation grabbed. Still lost like 3 or 4 seconds, but it is what it is. I can save that at the end by not getting grabbed. A rather funny story. In my PV, I had a glitch where the Working Joe's eyes just go out of its head,
Ma è finita ora.
and I had that happen twice on the same Joe, so he had 2 sets of eyes outside of his head. And then, because I was focusing on that, another Joe just walked up to me and grabbed me as the tram doors opened. So I lost some stupid time there. It was so funny. I absolutely lost it. But it did result in time loss at the same time. All in all, worthwhile time loss. I can never remember the vents here. I was freaked, I forgot the space button. Mission 11's just very, very forgettable. Heavy typing issues, no worries.
Gli androidi sono strani da quando sono arrivata qui.
No, stavolta è diverso. Hanno lasciato le proprie postazioni. Ne ho appena visti alcuni in una repubblica, non è normale.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm having vent issues. I don't know why, but Mission 11's just kind of, not much happens, and I just forget it. The only bit I don't forget is how grab happy these Working Joes are. Don't shoot. Thank you. Grab me. Didn't grab me. Grab me. Thank you. Just grab that, that's fine. I didn't need it.
Non capisco che sta succedendo. Non stanno solo reagendo alle
Only 2 bullets now, which is a bit less than I would like. He won't grab.
Chi?
doppi e
He
nessuno.
will try and grab on the way out though.
Occhi aperti.
And I really, really don't like doing the grab cancels on a shotgun, but I'm going to do it here.
Wait.
You can't just shoot him as well.
Bastardi assassini, lasciateli in pace, state giù!
Yeah, I find the pistol so much more consistent than the shotgun for grab cancels. I don't know why. The pistol hitbox seems really generous for me at times. I don't know why. Oh, straight. For some reason, this is always a section I just completely forget exists. Go to the right here, and then double back. Yeah, I just forget this section exists. I don't know why. Shouldn't lose too much time here, though. Should probably only lose like 2 seconds compared to my previous run. Oh, make that 3.
Ripley. Ripley, sono tutti morti.
Gli androidi li hanno massacrati.
Perché? Ma che?
Non lo so, ma credo che Samuels lo sappia.
Samuels. Perché?
Waits l'ha mandato da
Another,
Apollo.
oh, 2 more
Devo
revolver ammo.
trovarlo. Hai visto Dave
Oh.
fermarlo?
No, no.
Non sono qui.
That is very generous.
Ok. Riccardo,
What am I doing? I get that a lot in Mission 11 and Mission 12. It's just like, I should probably try and remember what I'm meant to be doing. No sensors or blasting caps, which kind of sucks, unfortunately.
Riccardo,
Sì, certo.
I would love to have another
resta
pipe
qui.
bomb.
Chiudi i portelli e non fare entrare nessuno. Guidami. Tornerò a prenderti.
Run to the right here. And keep the shotgun ready. The J to the left doesn't react fast enough. Run this direction, make sure to run slightly in and then left. Nice. Wrong door in M14, yeah. In M15. Oh, hello, you're a bit far up. I don't think I killed it there. I'm not actually sure. Did I kill you? Oh, I did kill you. Thank you for your loot. Flamethrower fuel. Only one Joe down here. I did press that. Yeah, I did. Joe has seen me. I don't know where it is. Oh well. There might just be a bugged Joe here. Sure. 4 seconds, that's fine. I don't mind about that. That's easy time save for another run. Mission 12 should have a small amount of time save. Oh, I didn't want to put that there. Oh well. I would just put that into a flashbang. So I'm going to do a safety strat here, because, quite frankly, screw Mission 15, where I'm going to open this door early. The reason for that is, if Steve drops while you're doing this in Mission 15, you're dead, and there is nothing you can do. However, if you do it now, you can just run through the door later. This loses about 4 or 5 seconds compared to doing it in Mission 15, because you have the upgraded plasma torch and you have to just run out the way a little bit. But it's so much safer. And the first like 2 minutes of Mission 15 are just the worst. Mission 15 is so inconsistent. I really, really hate it.
Ripley, è scattato l'allarme di sicurezza nei laboratori vicini. Gli ascensori sono fuori uso. Sembra che i sintetici della Sixon non apprezzino molto che un modello Wayland Yutani se ne vada in giro.
Come faccio a salire?
Dovrai arrampicarti.
Ah, damn. Unfortunate panel start. So the way I do the panels is I always hold up and left. That means that most of the time you will get at least a minor panel skip. But if it spawns in the very top left or the very bottom right, it doesn't work. just because it's weird. But yeah, 95% of the time it gives you a minor panel skip, which is always nice. Oh, come on. So hopefully we'll be able to get Super Amanda here. Would be lovely if we can. Ah, no, unfortunate. Loses 2 seconds or so. Super Amanda just displaces your camera a bit, meaning you can hop into that vent slightly early. Yeah, unfortunately it looks like we'll lose a bit more time in this mission. Though, to be fair, we could save it if we don't get grabbed, because I think I got grabbed at one point.
Riccardo, sono qui.
Super Amanda
Sembra
once,
questo
yeah.
in cui sintetici.
On PC it's a lot easier, because I think it's to do with double-clicking the prompt to actually climb up. There's a flare there, we don't need flares anymore. So the reason I'm looking all the way to the left here is because that just makes our camera turn slightly weirdly, and it means we can start running much, much more easily. Is the J going here? No. He might be a pain. I can't actually see. I've done it too early. Ah, I'm gonna get grabbed here. Yeah. I did it too quickly. So on that last one, you can delay it slightly, and you'll get punched rather than grabbed. But what happened there was I did it too fast. I didn't get punched, and so the Joe just walked up to me and grabbed me, which sucks. So yeah, we're definitely losing time here because I got grabbed there as well, and I got a longer animation here. Hopefully, we can actually get this section a little bit cleaner than I had it last time. So we need the shotgun. We run down to this line, double back, wait, shoot. Swap to the revolver. Walk up to this guy, grab me, thank you. That's the most consistent way I found of doing that, to not get grabbed as well. It's somewhat dependent on Working Joe RNG, of like how quickly they walk up to you, but it seems fairly consistent. Been using the flamethrower, yeah, so you can line up a shotgun headshot really consistently there, and on Novice that is just a guaranteed one shot, so it is worth doing. And then I swap to the revolver and just wait for a Working Joe to come to me, because you can walk to a Working Joe, but depending on how quickly some of them come active, you can get like one that you're not aiming for or not ready to shoot, just magnet handing you from nowhere, which is very frustrating. Yeah, I can't even remember where I've got time to save. I think theoretically I can save some time in mission 13, but mission 14, not mission 13. Because I think I had a 13-minute 55-ish, or 13-minute, very high 13-minute mission 14, which is still very solid. So it's going to be a challenge to save time before mission 15, but The main thing is, as long as I can stay even around about mission 15, this has a very, very good chance of being a PB. I just need to not get unfortunate in mission 16, 17, or 18. Or 14. Come on, where is it? We might get grabbed here. I didn't think I was quite fast enough. Okay, fortunate. Very fortunate.
Che piacere vederti viva. Il sistema di protezione di Apollo è pensato in modo che solo i sintetici della Sixon possano interagire.
So one thing I learned here
Ascolta,
is in the Samuels room, and probably just like from when you get the Samuels dialogue onwards, don't use any items. The reason for that is it apparently breaks the dialogue a bit and prevents the dialogue from advancing properly. Come on, Samuels. So yeah, I used to use a medkit here, and sometimes Samuels would just lie on that bed for like 10-15 seconds before going in. Because, yeah, normally this is the perfect time to like craft stuff, medkit up, but it's actually a fairly big time loss to do so apparently. So, yeah, I only found that out on like a week ago, so I've been losing time here for a while.
Oh no! Comanda! Devi disconnettere manualmente i sistemi! Per favore!
Cristo, Samuel, ci provo!
Aspetta! Devi seguire la giusta sequenza, o il risultato sarà fatale per me. Sto accedendo ai diagrammi della Sixon. Togli prima il cavo rosso.
Ok, prima il rosso.
So, I look all the way to the right here just because this allows us to immediately start sprinting
Rosso fatto.
Ora
rather than having to worry about turning around.
lo vedi?
It's by the door, nice.
Lui disconnesso.
Yeah, this game does have some very bizarre glitches at times.
Apollo sta rendendo le cose difficili.
Dimmi che devo provare.
Ah, damn.
Altri due rifle.
So, if you're holding any movement keys while you finish doing the jack, it doesn't move you at all. You cannot buffer out of this action. And there's like a very, very small window of time afterwards where it doesn't let you move either. So you have to delay your movement ever so slightly. And on that second to last one, I pressed the movement keys a tiny bit too early.
Stai morendo.
Parli come se io avessi mai avuto una vita. Ti ringrazio.
Samuels.
La navetta di Apollo è aperta. Appena arriverai al centro, ti parlerà.
L'hai fatto per me.
Volevo che Amanda Ripley scoprisse la verità.
So what I would really, really like is in this upcoming loot room, I would love to get a couple blasting caps for a pipe bomb. Because having 2 in mission 14 is so
Riccardo,
nice.
se sei lì, rispondimi.
Hello, Working Jay. Actually, can you just grab me? Nope, apparently not.
Sono qui, scusa.
Samuels è morto.
Do you want to grab me? Nope.
Vado subito.
What about you? Nope. Fucking Working Joes. What are you doing? They were just all oblivious. It's like, oh, there seems to be a person here. Oh.
Ripley, ho appena trovato qualcosa. Il nastro
Goodness
di un
sake.
demonio, devi ascoltarlo.
Fammi sentire.
I would also love my frames to actually return.
Sì.
Sono Taylor, dirigente di settore Wayland Utah.
Mezzi grossi, Niente ragazzine con sindrome da
Okay, well fortunately we did actually have ammo to spare, but
Solo scoprire la verità.
no blasting
Io
caps
voglio
still.
fare gli interessi del Wayland.
E io voglio uscire da questa cella
We can throw that in there because we don't need it.
Magari. Questa conversazione è registrata, lo sai.
Right hand side, yes.
La spia rossa è accesa.
Voglio dei dati.
My main weakness, remembering what side of an elevator to come out of,
Tutti i dati che possiedi di
and remembering to call trams.
Posso darlo, oltre a un
I've lost 30 seconds in a PB run once, where I just completely forgot to press the button on a tram, and I was just waiting next to it, and I was like, oh, why is nothing happening? Yeah,
Ho sentito.
that was a painful time loss. But it means I'm now always paranoid about, did I actually remember to like activate that tram? Normally yes now, which is quite good. So we should now have more than enough ammo for the run, which is brilliant. The tram should be close to opening the doors, right? I was a bit slow there. Oh wow, no, it's just really slow. No blasting caps, unfortunate. Might as well medkit up here. There's no reason to, but also no reason not to. So, might as well. Wow, where did we lose all that time? I didn't even know where we lost all that time. Oh well.
Apollo ha impedito a Samuels di disattivare l'isolamento a distanza, ma una volta dentro dovrebbe parlarti almeno.
$4930. $4930 is weirdly difficult to input quickly for me. I don't know why. It should be really easy. Scrap, don't need. Nothing on the floor. Nothing. Oh well. Nothing. Pipe bomb, maxed molotovs, EMPs, flashbangs. Cool.
Ok, vediamo.
I don't know why I got out my noisemakers, there's no reason to.
Posso usarlo.
Pensi di passarci?
Togli la corrente, fai dei respiri profondi, ti comprimi. Facile.
Non verrò lassù a tirarti fuori se rimani incastrata.
Okay, that was the slowest I've inputted that in a while. My brain froze after putting in the 9. I'm like, where's the 3 key? So for this you need to aim in front of it. It's a really weird one.
Riccardo, il condotto è disattivato però.
Wow, I've got 2 stun baton charges. I've only got to use for one of them, but it's cool to actually see 2 of them. Go right here. I literally have to talk myself through this mission at the beginning because I just forget it. Where's the hack? Come on. I have tried to stun the hugger in mission 17 and it's not worth the effort in my opinion. I do not get it anywhere close to consistently enough. I will absolutely take the time loss of like a second in order to just flame it.
Sarà davvero duro.
I crouched a bit late there, that's fine. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. It's insane to go for it.
Tieni le dita incrociate per me, eh?
Ci saranno un sacco di androidi Z laggiù, Ripley, è pericoloso.
But that is truly like optimizing to like the nth degree. Not something I'm in the need to do yet. I've got so many stupid time losses that it's fine to just do slightly safer strats for me. So I peeked just as I was taking off my gas mask there, because if there's a Joe right here, it will try and grab us. And holding the gas mask or glitching the gas mask into your hand means that instead of the Joe grabbing you, it will just teleport you through it. Which is really bizarre. But it means you don't need to worry about getting grabbed, which is really cool. And especially for like what is actually less than half a second's time loss, it's so worth doing. Both these doors are open. That's really kind. I think I got both of those. Nice, I did. Yeah, it's It's if you peek while taking off the gas mask, for some reason it gives you grab immunity. Good minigame. Oh, amazing. How generous. Come on. Reasonable hack as well. A bit slow finding it, but the pattern was actually quite generous. And now once again I'm standing at the wall just because I don't know if frame rate actually increases the speed of this thing, but might as well increase the frames while I'm here. And I've learned the sound keys to know when to turn around. And now is roughly... I was a tiny bit early there, but that's fine. I'd much rather be a bit early than a bit late. Nice, and I got that buff as well. Nice, cool. Wait for it. Grab the ladder. Hopefully we won't lose too much time on this mission. The hacks were a little sloppy compared to my PB. But I do also need to remember that this is a run with 0 warm-up, and we're still ahead, which is pretty good. Nice. Time save? Whoa, I'll take it. We didn't actually loot anything, did we? Fun fact about this elevator, if you're doing practice runs, completely close down the game, and then boot up the game and just load this mission, for some reason, I need to find that quickly. For some reason, this elevator ride takes 8 seconds less. No clue why. So, yeah, if you didn't have to count the game starting up, then it would be a time save to immediately, as soon as that loads, Alt F4, and then reboot the game. Yeah, it's one of those things to know where it's like, what? Why is this the case? Also, fun fact, if you're doing mission 2 and then load mission and load mission 2, the timer adds like 7 or 8 seconds compared to if you load a different mission and then load mission 2. Again, don't know why, but I can prove that I have actually done individual levels of these runs. It's really odd. I don't know why. Just some of that completely pointless but kind of cool Alien Isolation trivia. Nice. So I really hope that I actually have a good mission 14, because I did put some fairly good practice into mission 14 a couple weeks ago. Yeah, exactly. When you're playing it over and over, and especially when you're doing weird things like just practicing one mission over and over, you do just find some weird things. There's flamethrower fuel, we don't need any. I'm probably not going to take it, honestly. I could have taken it there, I wasn't ready for that. So I need to line up this. I think that's right. Yeah, that is. Now we should just be able to walk. And I need to take out the pipe bomb. camera on M4 can't see if you stand in the left-hand corner of the elevator alcove. That is so weird. Yeah, there are just weird quirks. Another one of those weird quirks is just some button hitboxes are just completely different for no good reason. Go through. We need to wait for that. Oh, don't soft lock. Don't soft lock. No! It's soft locked. Can we kill this? There we go. Okay, that is a big time loss. So, if that shutter doesn't close, you are just soft locked. Amazingly, I managed to find a fix there. Oh shoot. Okay, oh my god! Don't long animation me. Oh, that is so unfortunate. I thought I could get the stun off with the bolt gun, but apparently not. Damn, that's so unfortunate. Really? Oh my goodness! What is this mission? How many shots has he taken? What? What is this working Joe? He's invincible. He's had 5 wrench hits and 2 bolt guns. And now I don't even get to do swag strats. How lame. I missed that shot as well. Oh, I'm tilted. I rushed that shot heavily. Okay, well this is not an ideal start. I need to shoot this guy anyway. Oh, what? Hello. You're not going to grab me. Oh my god! Ah! 2 long animations. Yeah. That guy should have grabbed me and not punched me. That guy grabbed me after being shot. Oh dear. We'll do mission 14. But if it's any more than plus a minute, I don't think I can PV on anymore, unfortunately. The second Joe was unfortunately still just within cooldown time. I thought it was just enough. I thought it was just enough to get out of cooldown time, but I was a bit too pessimistic with the cooldown time.
Riccardo, sono tutti qui. Persone tutte.
That shutter Joe was so unfortunately.
Ci sono delle uova.
I've only had that soft block twice.
Devo ripristinare la corrente della piattaforma dai condotti qua giù.
I mean, I think it's still PBable, but with 2 long animation grabs, 20 seconds lost from just figuring out what the hell to do with the shutters. I've burnt all of my time advantage. And we don't have anywhere near as many bullets as I'd want. let's just hope that the nest is actually going to behave. Okay, I need to pay really close attention here. Turn around, nice. We should still be on the right cycle. We should still be safe.
Cazzo. Devo andarmene.
Okay, good. Reasonable. A little slower than I would have liked, but we're talking 2-3 seconds, so that's fine.
Riccardo, posso distruggere il nido.
Ripley, hai già rischiato abbastanza oggi.
Posso attivare tutti i
Unfortunately, we don't have a pipe bomb here, which does kind of suck.
distruggerò qualsiasi cosa sia qua su.
Non sto cercando di dissuaderti, Ripley. Mi piacerebbe che tu morissi.
Ecco quello che succede.
With some good minigame RNG, we should be able to recuperate a bit of time, but that's a bad joke position. Nope. We're getting grabbed here. Oh no, okay. He was a lot slower than I thought. Ah, 2 greens, lovely. Are we going to get the perfect storm again of 4 out of 4 greens? I've had it happen before. That's 3 out of 4. Come on, 4 out of 4. I'm rooting for it at this point. Ah, not quite. Nearly. 3 out of 4 greens and a yellow. Honestly. Just my luck. Yeah, and the crazy thing is I have no time save in mission 16 onwards. I only have time loss. That's not completely true. I have a minor time save in mission 18. Very generous exit, actually. We only need 1 more bullet. Okay, so I'm hoping, and sincerely hoping, that we're only at about plus 35 to plus 45. If we're at that sort of range, a PB is still doable. If it's any more than plus 45, we're going to struggle.
Riccardo, sto per distruggere.
Oh, goodness me. What a mission 14. The place where I thought I had time saved as well. So I mean, theoretically it's possible to PB even if we go all the way up to like plus 50. but that would require a perfect saveless rest of run, which is very spooky. Granted, I don't intend to die, but a safety save at mission 17 is always appreciated.
Ce ne sono ancora alla stazione.
Okay, well, let's medkit regardless.
Mi dispiace, Riccardo.
And let's start finding stuff. Wait. Oh, we don't have any flares. That might be a problem. It shouldn't be a problem. Because there should be a flare in mission 18. Should. It's not guaranteed, though. Ah, damn. Nearly made the door. It doesn't actually affect anything. Ethanol, scrap. Oh, I thought there was a box there. Oh well. Okay, even with a fairly catastrophic mission 14, it's not too bad. We're only looking at plus 25, plus 30. If even that. Plus 25, 30 overall. Plus 37 on this segment. That's okay. Given how bad it was, that's a lot better than I was expecting, honestly. Okay, Steve's right there.
Sono al centro medico. Sei arrivato all'area comunicazioni.
Ci sono, Riccardi. Si è ristabilito dopo lo svuotamento del rettore e ha bloccato le comunicazioni esterne.
Attenzione. Perché mi hai mandato qui?
Piano B, Ripley. Prima di andarmene, il sistema
He might
è
drop
fatto
here.
andare in avvicinamento a Sebastopol. Credo sia l'Anisidora. Marlowe è riuscito a inviare i codici per il richiamo automatico quando le comunicazioni erano aperte.
Dobbiamo raggiungerla. Sta attraccando.
No, ma sta stazionando qui vicino. Vai alla zona delle ambulanze. I shuttle sono per le distanze corte, ma andranno bene.
Ok.
I thought that was a flare, that's just flashlight batteries. Okay, no Steve dropped, lovely. Now this is actually the place I hate. Just this run to the ambulance bay. So on my PB, I died here twice. Noisemakers? I don't think I've actually bound it. Oh well.
Vedo un lancio sul mio terminale. Marlowe ha già preso uno
I
degli
knew I'd
shuttle.
forgotten to do something. So that noisemaker isn't guaranteed to work at all. Steve can just drop here, and it sucks. Because if he does, you have to flame him, and that Joe is then suddenly a big problem. I've not heard him though, which is worrying. He can silent drop. And once you grab this, he is now very, very heavily magnetized to this room. And can just drop with no reason. So we heard him there. There he is. Unfortunately, we have to blame him there. I still don't know the timing, but you can get killed in this ambulance animation. I don't know at what point he despawns, so I always play it safe. We got the near perfect cycle there. The only thing that can be better is Steve just doesn't drop it at all. But as I mentioned there, he silent dropped. So the only reason I knew he was there was because he opened the door. Yeah, this is one of the worst places for silent drops, because if you're not aware of how the patterns can work, it can actually just be a run ender, because that's over a minute lost. It's so brutal. Fortunately though, if everything goes well here,
Riccardo, mi senti?
we now have a 45-second time advantage, which we need to not lose. And unfortunately, I had a fantastic mission 16, 17, and 18, and I got fast walk. So if we assume no fast walk, that's already down to minus 35, and then saveless for everything else. That's not something I can really replicate easily. The only thing that went wrong in the entire of those 3 missions. Suggested putting a pipe bomb on Molly. Yeah, I also was thinking about that actually. The only thing is I don't have the I don't have the spare pipe bomb or Molotov. If I had that blasting cap, because typical blasting caps, I would have done exactly that. But because I'm not guaranteed to get another blasting cap, I'm not taking the risk. Because I have exactly the number of what the fuck are those hacks? Jeez, that's nasty. Yeah, unfortunately, if I had one extra blasting cap, it would be fantastic. But yeah, I can't take the risk unfortunately, because I need exactly 3 Molotovs from now on.
Riccardo, mi senti? Ho riattivato i circuiti di base dell'annesidora. I portelli dovrebbero aprirsi e speriamo torni la luce. Ancora nessuna traccia di Marlo.
Yeah, unfortunately that was a worst case scenario blue hack.
Marlo! Dove sei, Marlo?
Playing this safe.
Taylor! Marlo, che stai facendo?
Good hack to make up for it though. Hack the right. The question is, if I see a blasting cap, do I go for it? Is it worth it? No. I mean, technically yes. Yeah, it is actually. So let's do a quick calculation. So I use 2 Molotovs in mission 16. I use 1 in mission 17. And there's an opportunity to use 1 in mission 18. Yeah, if I get a blasting cap I will, or if I see one I will go for it. It is worth it. Cool. I'm gonna take another toilet break. Back in a sec.
Così il reattore diventerà una bomba atomica. Distruggerai la nave e la stazione.
Annienterà ogni traccia di quella creatura. Ripley è l'unico modo. Non posso lasciarla viva. E non la consegnerò alla compagnia. Per poi ricominciare tutto da capo.
Ascoltatemi! Perché fate così?
Fermo, Marlo!
Marlo, per favore.
Sai quello che ha fatto tua madre? Aveva capito. Se fosse stata qui mi avrebbe aiutato. E secondo me avrebbe permesso alla compagnia di rintracciare quella bestia. Nessuno deve sapere.
Ci sono delle persone ancora vive sulla stazione! Marlo!
Foster non è viva. Era mia moglie. La
Cool, I'm back.
e l'ho uccisa.
Yeah, this is by far the best place to take a toilet break, because there's just a lot of time when nothing really happens.
Troppo tanto! È già iniziato!
Taylor, devo fermare il sovraccarico, devi aiutarmi.
Okay.
Vai a quella console.
Still no flare, which is potentially problematic.
Apri i sistemi di fusione così posso lavorarci.
Noisemaker, let's keep
Devo
another.
mandare energia al generatore di riserva. Cerca le lettere A, U,
8,
X.
I want that on 9. Cool. Let's actually pay attention to this.
Ok, stai andando bene, Taylor. Ora sposta il terminale di manutenzione da auto a manuale, lo vedi?
Yeah, a flare would be nice.
È lì, Taylor, fidati di me. Tutto qui.
Incorrect code? Really? How the hell did I get an incorrect code there? I was not touching my mouse wheel and I got one at the very start. Did it buffer an E input? Wow, that's insane.
Oh, merda. Marlo ha forzato il sovraccarico. La nave esploderà.
Attenzione, collasso critico. Attenzione, collasso critico.
Right, hopefully we'll have a nice clean exit. There's no RNG involved, I just need to remember where I'm going. Which I can be surprisingly bad at times. It's gonna feel weird to get to have a PV run where I don't even have a single gold segment. But we are now back on pace for a potential PV run, which is crazy. Well, I say it's crazy, it's not that crazy, but it's very relieving. But it's lovely to actually get a gold here and there. But we've had no gold. We've not even had much time save. Most of it's just been time loss, other than the missions where I've just saved like a load of time, like that mission,
Riccardo.
where I saved almost 70 seconds.
Sto cercando di contattare la torre,
Is
ma
that?
le comunicazioni sono bloccate. L'ambulanza che hai fatto attraccare è fottuta, la torre è l'unica speranza. La trasmissione di Berlin si è appena aggiornata. Sevastopol, mi ricevete? Abbiamo appena visto saltare in aria una nave a tribordo. Ha fatto fuori un intero stabilizzatore orbitale. Non abbiamo un posto per attraccare. Per favore, diteci cosa succede. Possiamo prendere i sopravvissuti. Lascio
Okay.
aperto il canale. Passo e chiudo.
This section is quite nice actually, but I need to be careful with how many humans I kill, mostly for the exit of all things.
Che cosa vuoi?
So in the exit we actually want humans to shoot us, but we don't want too many humans to shoot us.
Non possono farlo.
So it can be good to kill a couple. Unfortunately we've not had any in our way. Oh, speaking of the devil. So I just have to hope that they're in a reasonable position. I come the exit. I believe there's a guaranteed, it's not guaranteed, but there is a, oh shit, sorry. I need to go up here first. That's stupid time loss. I was tunnel visioning on this. Where we need to line up that
C'è un
pipe bomb.
osservatorio vicino ai telescopi, vero?
Blasting cap, lovely. Yeah, that's a stupid 2-second time loss.
Stabilizzatori orbitali al 40% in calo.
So here there's normally some loot. Charge pack this time, yeah. Fortunately we did get a blasting cap, which means we have an extra Molotov, which is lovely. So that means hopefully we should be able to save a couple of seconds in mission 18. Is it worth saving the time in mission 18, or is there somewhere I could save it in mission 17? Huh. I wonder. No, I'll stick to what I actually know. I'm going to take those 2 humans. Unfortunately, the woman was all the way at the back, which is the one that does kind of matter, because she often stands closest to the glass where we are after the spacewalk. Yeah, she is normally the one that lives, which is unfortunate because she's the one we want to actually get killed. But I was not confident about getting a throw to her, so I just decided to take the easy route and kill the 2 close humans. Oh, do you mind? Wow, that was really slow. Oh well. Oh, camera, do you mind? Yeah, that minigame is awful, especially because if you fail it, which I have done, it loses you like 15 seconds. I've only failed it once, but I was not happy when I did fail it. Need to practice it.
Riccardo, l'ho trovato.
Yeah, I remember it being annoying on controller, because when I first played through the game casually, I did it on controller. Actually, I don't. Yeah, I did all of my casual playthroughs on controller. It's only when I actually started speedrunning that I made the switch over to keyboard and mouse. I find controller for this game is much nicer for the casual experience. It's just much more intuitive. And of course the game was initially made for console, so it kind of makes sense that it's more intuitive. Yeah, keyboard and mouse is definitely a bit of a learning curve. It's a bit weird to start off with, but once you actually find settings and key bindings that work for you, it's not too bad. For me, I pretty much just use default controls, honestly. The main thing that I found took some kind of tweaking was mouse sensitivity, because I like having my mouse sensitivity stupidly high. Because I know some people they have like a fairly large mouse mat, which they can actually just use to get like precise movements. But I have it so that I'm hardly moving my hand at all in order to just do like a 180 turn. Which honestly is probably to my detriment. I should probably change it to be a bit lower, but then I'd have to relearn all the things I've practiced. And I'm kind of like, it will be beneficial in the long run, but it would kind of pain me just to get like a really sucky time on a bunch of segments. So instead what I do for segments like this, where you want really kind of smooth control, is I've just bound buttons to change my mouse sensitivity. And so here I just set my mouse sensitivity to really low. And then I've got a button which is just reset mouse sensitivity to my usual value. Because, I mean, it works for me.
Server bloccato. Antenna
Okay.
Fa niente, liberi. C'è una console di controllo vicino ai trasmettitori.
Had drop sensitivity for double pins. Yeah, exactly. Double pins is such a huge time save, so it is so worth doing it. Hopefully I lined this up correctly. Nice. Oof, god. It's always weird. At this point I reset my mouse sensitivity, and it's just so much faster, so I just zip all over the place. At some point I need to figure out how long it takes to interact with that lever, and then I need to figure out the delay until you can actually interact with this thing. Because I know it's a while, I just don't know exactly how long it is. Nice, okay, that was fairly clean. Nice, I need to lower my sensitivity again. Cool. Up that and just hold right. Mission 16 is pretty chill. I know on Nightmare it's awful because there are so many humans and anyone can just decide to go like bang and just end your run. But fortunately on Novice, the exit can be a bit scary, but it's pretty chill for the most part. Mission 17 is really the scariest part by far. Because even though I don't have too many runs die on mission 17, the fact is there's always a threat of your runs dying there. You can't even get a good pattern and know, okay, I'm safe now, because the alien might just drop in the last vent and screw you over. Start mission 16 on Nightmare, yeah. I remember from a casual playthrough, I just took it slow. Because at the beginning, I believe Steve can't drop. I believe it's just the humans. So you can always kind of combat sniper your way through if need be. But other than that, it's just a bunch of the humans have shotguns, which are pretty safe even on Nightmare. But it's the revolver humans that are always scary.
Non possiamo attraccare, Ripley. La stazione si sta liberando dagli ormeggi gravitazionali. C'è una piattaforma di traino sotto il terminal, ma il cordone ombelicale della Torrens non è studiato per questo. Estendi i ganci della piattaforma dal lato della stazione.
Mettiti in posizione.
Okay, I'm really hoping that the exit is kind to us. I did remember to heal up to full, which is always good. On 29 deaths, wow. Honestly, that's not bad for Nightmare. Especially on a casual playthrough. I remember I did my Nightmare playthrough after like maybe 4 or 5 clears between like, I think I did all the other difficulties first. And I still had a lot of deaths on Nightmare. I remember mission 6 being an absolute killer for me. Because a combination of those revolver humans, and then I didn't know that you could just go straight to the generator room after you picked up the medical supplies. So I had so many deaths on my casual run. Weirdly enough though, I did figure out on my own that you could just walk the entirety of mission 5 and the alien would never catch up with you, which was quite funny. Yeah, when I started speedrunning and actually learned, oh wait, you don't have to go back, you can just go straight to the generator room. It's just like, oh my god, that's amazing. Because suddenly mission 6 turned from like this really scary thing to like, oh, it's kind of chill now. Do we save here? I don't think I actually have the time save. I'm just gonna go for it.
Riccardo, preparati a
This is probably a bad call, but I'm willing to take the risk.
Riccardo, rispondi.
Yeah, exactly. I know if I die now in mission 16, my run is over. There is nothing I can do about it. It is just GG. Honestly, given that I do have 46 seconds, I should have safety saved. Okay, that turn is good. Please up vent. Please, please up vent. Yes, we're good. We might take a shot or two, and we just need to avoid the vent for semi-obvious reasons. Nice. We're not out of the woods yet though, because the humans can still kill us. I've had extremely bad human patterns where I get 3 revolver humans at the end of the corridor, and that is just terrifying. So Steve will be scripted here. He'll be scripted to drop out of the vent on our left. Hopefully, he doesn't immediately trigger the Molotov. And the Molotov will only trigger... Okay, that's a good time, yep. We normally want it just a little later, but that's fine. I must have messed up the positioning slightly. I don't like your position. Good, they're shooting. That's a revolver human, I need to kill it. I need to avoid the vent because Steve hasn't dropped yet. Good, he's not to our left. Nice, okay. That's good. Not an optimal mission 16, but still very good. Very, very happy with only a 1.4 second time loss. I hate mission 17. Fingers crossed for mission 17. So much can go wrong here, and I'm just hoping it doesn't. Definitely still on for a PB, as long as everything goes well. Oh shit. We just have to walk him. Slightly too early. I should have done the key code first. I don't know why I didn't, honestly. I just panicked. Okay. We can run now. Steve didn't break the door, that's unfortunate. Get out of my way! Good, he was much faster then. Face hugger. Now, because that was a little slow, reset camera. Steve will drop just from the vent on our right. Okay, I was greedy. I should have died there. Normally you should never go for that button first. Like, never, never. I did, and I don't know why I did, but I very fortunately stayed alive. He's gonna drop again. Oh, you need to go up. I have no time for that. We don't have a flare still, which is bad. We need one in mission 18. I got very lucky. The reason I went for it was because I heard him drooling in that other vent. So I knew it was going to be really close, but I knew it was okay. Okay, he's being a jerk. I think I heard the up vent there. He might just down vent on us though. We're good. We use a flare in the vents with the face huggers. Sorry, not the vents. In the kind of like wreck area with the face huggers. Because when there are two scripted two scripted aliens dropping down on you, then you can use a flare to prevent the second one from dropping down on you, meaning you can just run past the first one and you don't have to wait. I really, really hope we get a flare because it's a fairly noticeable time save. I'm not used to having no flares. Fun fact, you can die there if you don't move fast enough. Because Steve goes for the vent just to the right, and when he's doing the up vent animation, he can still kill you. Oh, for goodness sake. I'm going this way around. Now we want EMP. Just in case he had a... Oh, I didn't want to sprint that. He up vented immediately. We might just be dead. We can hear him stomping. Corridor of Doom. Let's pray for good luck. Where is he? Well, we're already very off cycle, so fingers crossed we don't just die. Frame rate, hello? Give me my frames, please. Now is not where I want to lose my frames. Please! Why do I have 24 FPS? Okay, our frames are back, but that has cost us 10 seconds. No fuel and no money. Jesus, that is brutal. Why did I not safety save? I should have safety saved there. That was really stupid. I have a lead. I need to safety save. Don't kill me. That might throw off the cycle. I don't need to just YOLO strat everything. Okay, Steve should be dropping here. Behind us? Come on. There we go. Really? He didn't... What's he doing? I'm not happy with that. He did upvent, but he made the sound of just coming for me. Okay, well we did make it through. I'm not happy with it, but we're only going to be at minus 25 by the end of this, unfortunately. Which is significantly less than I would be comfortable with. It means we need a very, very good mission 18. Damn, I was really hoping there'd just be a flare lying there. Yeah, that is mission 17 done though. It's going to look very, very close to a PB. Whether it actually is a PB or not is still up in the air. Because you can see we're losing a good amount of time there, unfortunately. Okay, we're not losing as much as I thought we would. We're only losing 12 seconds. Oh, this is rough. Time save here. Yes, there is a time save, and I need to remember it. So, I should have one Molotov now. I have one Molotov, cool. So, it's safe to run up until this first hack. I need to focus on this. Ah. Evil, evil hack. So we can do very, very minor optimizations here. For example, when we go down here, we can hold down sprint and then hit crouch. Ah, no, I messed it up. If you sprint crouch there, then you can get a very minor burst of speed. Unfortunately, I messed up and probably lost about as much time as it would have saved. But here, after this hack, this is where I need to place the Molotov. Oh. No, what am I doing? Ah! Okay. Not looking good so far. Place that there. Now, okay, Steve isn't about. Avoid that, Joe. Yeah, that's where you put that if you have an extra. So, this is where the motion tracker is really, really useful. Because if Steve can be about, he can not be about. If you see 0.96, then it's okay to run. But you need to listen out for a beep. There's the beep, we can't run anymore. Now it should be okay to run to the save point. And I do safety save here. Because it's PBable even if we mess this up and die. So you can run past. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now fingers crossed. Okay, that did actually work. The animation didn't go off. So, at this point we're roughly even with my PB pace. Sorry, we're roughly even with my PB mission 18, not my PB pace. We didn't lose 32 seconds there. We saved some time because that second alien slammed me in my PB. I'm gonna see if I can do a funny visual glitch here. I don't think I got it, unfortunately. I've only had it happen once, but you can get the flamethrower stuck in Amanda's hand here, and I have no clue what causes it. But yeah, we need to... The rest of the run needs to be perfect now. Okay, yeah, this is just focus time, I'm afraid, so I won't be too chatty. Two flares, amazing. Where are you going? I'd rather not have to deal with you. Now, hug a boost. Only one, that's fine. I'm still more than happy with one. One flare there. So you see only one alien drops, we make sure the tail is out of the way, which it is, and now we can just run faster. So this is safe to run. You need to make sure to hug the right here, just run through the door, back right corner. As soon as the elevator starts to fall, you are safe from the aliens. So that was really, really good so far. We crouch just as the elevator starts to fall. So the way you hug a boost is you crouch. Well, you have to crouch through that part, but you don't need to crouch. You just need the hugger to attack you from behind. And the way it works is the hugger, when a hugger attacks you, the way it does it in the code, from what I understand, is it adds your velocity and its velocity. Meaning, if it's going in the same direction as you, you can say speed up. Oh. We got ladder flex. Fucking ladder flex in Mission 18. That was not intentional. But the reason you hold the flamethrower is just to kill the hugger. And the way I do it is as soon as I see myself moving fast, I just go for the flamethrower. You can delay it a bit and go slightly further. But yeah, I don't bother. I just say, screw that. I will take the minor speed boost and I will get out of there. Also, I go really hard on the flamethrower there because I have died there before and it has cost me a PB before. So I'm just like, no chance. We don't need the flamethrower anymore. Eat all of my flamethrower fuel. The way we fall down that ladder, by the way, is if you just hold sprint and hold forwards or up, then that will make you climb onto the ladder, climb off of it, move slightly further forwards, and you'll just completely fall down the ladder, which saves you a good amount of time. It's a bit weird to do, but once you've got it once, it's very consistent. Okay. Just double pins to go. That's okay. Yeah, if you've got any more questions about like weird stuff I do feel free to ask. I'm always happy to explain what I'm doing. Yeah, double pins. We can still PV only if we get one double pin. So failing one isn't the end of the world. Obviously I don't want to fail a double pin, but hopefully this should be a PB. Now there is a very, very rare glitch, which I personally have not experienced, but some people have died on Mission 18 at the pins. And ever since I found out that was a thing, pins have scared me more than anything else. because it's like you get right to the finish line and your run just ends. Here I'm looking down just for frame rate, because I do not get many frames here. Yeah, on the Discord, you could there's got to be a clip somewhere. I haven't seen one, but people have died on the pins due to a bug. From my understanding, it only occurs if you die in Mission 18. Unfortunately, and amazingly actually, as long as I don't die on pins, this will be my first deathless run ever. I have never had a deathless run of this game. It would have been the bumpiest run of my life in places, but it is deathless so far. We just need double pins to close it out. Nice, that was much cleaner than the other side. Yeah, so I nearly died in my PB because one of the aliens came up much, much earlier than expected. So I think it could have killed me. Nice, that's first double pins. One more. Let's go! Oh. Now, will we get fast walk? I highly, highly doubt it. I hope we do, just because that would be icing on the cake. But even if we don't get fast talk, I am very happy with this run. Will we get a gold for this section though? That's the real question. Ah, not quite. So close. Ah, and slow walk. Wait. The question is though, is this enough to actually get 4th place? I don't know what 4th place is, the exact time. I know it's of 2:42. I want to say it's 2:42 like 40 though. Which means it's going to be extremely close. If it is actually a 2:42.40. Let's go. 2:42.40. Ah, oh, it's a PB, and I'm happy with that. It's been so long since I've had a PB that feels good. And it's my first deathless run, which is amazing! Ah, I'm happy about that. Cool. Let's quickly check to see... NMG Novice. That is 4th place. Let's go! Oh, that feels good.